can you quickly give Tokyo Marathon tips?
Alright guys, we've touched down in Sydney. It's been a pretty relaxing day so far, but also tiring because I got up pretty early. It was 2:30 a.m. wake up. Got an Uber straight to the airport and got there pretty early. Got lucky with my airplane seat as well. Got 3 seats to myself. Check-in went pretty smooth. Yeah, the flight over here was beautiful. I finally got to sit on the window side where you get to see the harbour bridge as you land, so got some epic footage of that too. Landed and went straight to Central because I wanted to eat my favorite Thai food, which is called Pad Kapao Gai, and I had it at Satang Thai. Highly recommend that restaurant. Super good. After that, went to Broadway to see my friend, and he actually gave me a pair of shoes for free, which is so amazing. And he gave me an athlete's foot shoe bag, which is so cool. So shout out to Keshav, absolute legend. He's filmed some videos in the past for my channel. Yeah, now we're here at one of the piers in Pyrmont, and yeah, good to be back. I used to spend a lot of time here alone, just looking out into the water because it's a really quiet area considering it's in the city, which is super nice. And yeah, good to be back in Sydney just for a few days. I'm only here for 6 days, but I want to make it action-packed. Yeah, let's do as much as possible. We've also got Yoshi behind the camera. Alright guys, so we're actually here with Yoshi today. When did you move to Sydney?
2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, from Perth, right? So we've done a little switcheroo because obviously I moved to Perth last year and then you were there for a while I was there and then you moved to Sydney. But yeah, what do you think of Sydney so far in terms of everything?
It's pretty good. I think I expected it to be a lot harder to run around and it was actually a lot nicer than I thought. There's a few good running routes, especially around here. A lot of hills, which is actually feeling like it's helping me with my running. I'm feeling a lot fitter as well.
Yeah, we were definitely talking about that earlier because Perth is so flat. So yeah, I feel like when I lived in Sydney, I was definitely more hill fit, and yeah, I feel like I've lost a lot of that fitness now. And we were also talking about how hills actually feels like strength training in disguise, and people do talk about that, and I do kind of agree with that because I definitely feel stronger when I do a bunch of elevation in a week, even if it's just easy running, right?
Yeah. It definitely feels like there's just more power through my legs.
Alright, it's nice to not be running in Perth for the first time in a while. It's actually good weather as well, temperature-wise at least, here with Yoshi. Wait, did I ever run with you in Perth? No, right?
No, I don't think you did.
Yeah. So this is actually my first run with Yoshi. How cool. It was really cool to see places that were closed for construction now finally open. And also, I was reminded how hilly Sydney is, even just running through the city, which I used to consider very flat. I used to be alright with this sort of gradient, but I'm finding it a little bit tougher now. So this run club that I attended is called Sydney Harbour Runners. I'm good friends with Adam who runs the club, so definitely check it out when you get a chance. And after that, I headed over to my accommodation that I'm going to stay at for the next 3 nights. Shout out to Jock for letting me stay. And also, yeah, I know that I do have a few Sydney views as well, but yeah, you do like photography and videography and stuff. And I don't know what you want to do in terms of work in Sydney yet, because we haven't talked about that yet, because you also do coaching as well. But yeah, I don't know. Do you want to chat a little bit? Because someone watching right now might want you to hire you or something.
So yeah, I do a lot of photography and videography. I'm not too sure exactly what direction I'm taking, but just any little bit helps really. So just if you're in need of a photographer or videographer or even some coaching, I'm completely open to that.
Honestly, I can get Yoshi as a coach. He's definitely knowledgeable, exercise science background, already done a bunch of coaching for Double, does strength coaching as well. Quick little throwback to Japan because Jake has given us 2 Tokyo Marathon tips, so let's quickly check it out.
If you don't mind, can you quickly give Tokyo Marathon tips?
So the first like 6k, it's downhill, like quite an aggressive downhill. So everyone ends up just overcooking it. Like naturally, yeah, you're gonna start faster. It's one of those races where it's almost impossible to negative split or even split. Like no one does, because you get that big downhill and then you have to finish up a bit of a hill and usually that into a headwind. Yeah. So almost, I wouldn't say bank time, but like be aware that you're probably going to slow in the second half unless you've been literally jogging. Yeah. Actually, this is a good tip. This is one that the Japanese people, I don't understand why they don't do. Do you know running the tangent?
Oh yeah, you always talk about that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, even at Yogi Park and stuff, people take the longest
line. And then even with like Tokyo Marathon, the roads are massive. Yeah. And people will like hug the bend instead of just cutting straight through. So you can gain like, probably an extra like half a K.
Every live stream, you're the only person taking the
there were me and then like 10,000 people the other side. I don't get it.
And we're about to get underway, still absolutely chucking it down on the start line, and pretty much through the whole race it was just non-stop rain. Watch where I am compared to the rest of the field. Does no one believe in the tangents? What is going on, boys? I mean, I'm looking over like, what are you doing? Why are we curving round?
So like, yeah, run your own race, just ignore the Japanese like you don't need to stick to the rules. Just during a marathon, take the shortest line. That's my biggest tip there.
Now with that out of the way, let's go back to our Sydney trip and talk about one of my favorite runs that I did while I was there. Alrighty, running part of the Bondi to Manly route, heading towards Watson's Bay, and then we'll curve down back to Rhodes Bay. Man, I miss running Bondi to Manly. There's a lot of helicopters. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Another easy run. Obviously I did the marathon a few days ago, so this week it's kind of just exploring Sydney again and having fun. Let's talk a little bit about why I'm in Sydney. Now, first of all, love the city. I mean, it's so beautiful. We already know how beautiful it is. I don't need to explain. One of the best places in the world, in my opinion. Now, the main reason why I'm here this time though is actually because Sydney Marathon has offered to hire me as a photographer for their run club, which is happening this Sunday. Yeah, they're about to announce all the ambassadors for Sydney Marathon. I'm not one of them. I think you have to live in Sydney to be eligible. So yeah, maybe, hopefully I can get it if I move back. For now, I'm a photographer. But yeah, also I knew that this trip was gonna be a few days after my Boston Marathon. And while I do feel really, really recovered and, you know, pretty good in terms of legs, and I'm gonna do a 5K this weekend on Saturday, but I thought it would be good to do an entire week of just easy recover from the marathon, even though, again, I feel alright. I'm trying to look long term. This is going to be very long. I'm trying to PB in every single distance. I'm trying to race a lot of competitive races in the trail and really put my name out there in the elite trail running community. So yeah, lots of big plans this year, and if I, you know, take it too quickly, if I overtrain a bit early, it's not going to end well. So I think I just want to embrace being somewhere I really love, and yeah, just run slower, enjoy the views, and yeah, just stoked to be here. But I know the next part of Bondi to Manly is actually really beautiful, so let's carry on running and let me show you how beautiful this route is. Now, it wasn't on this day, but on one of the last days in Sydney, I actually unfortunately lost my drone because a gust of wind blew it away and it lost signal and I couldn't get it back. But the revenue from all these videos in the next few videos will be all going towards my new drone, which I'll hopefully get. So yeah, any likes, comments and shares will be appreciated. And also yeah, please subscribe if you want to carry on seeing my running journey as I develop into a better runner. Now this Sydney trip was pretty interesting because coming off of a road trip where I didn't sleep that well in the first place and did a marathon and then went straight to Sydney after that, I feel like I just haven't gotten good sleep, and I feel like that ate into my social battery quite a bit, and I feel like I wasn't as energetic as I usually would be. And yeah, I really do apologize if I didn't seem as extroverted as I normally may be, even though I'm an introvert at heart. But yeah, just felt quite tired and rough, and yeah, because I only had like 5 to 6 hours of sleep per night for like 10 days straight, it was definitely not an easy time. And with this in mind, I knew that the 5K time trial that I was going to do on Saturday was going to be a tough one. Right guys, it is currently 5:09 AM. Really early. I got up at like 4:20. We're going to head to Rhodes parkrun, get there early. Got my suitcase. Alrighty, so it is now 6:20 AM and it started raining a little bit, which is not ideal. This is the first bit of rain I've experienced in Sydney on this trip so far. I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes, so yeah, I was doing a little bit of coaching on my suitcase with my computer on it, but I can't do it anymore. I'm getting attacked. Those of you OG subscribers who know that I used to come here so much and make videos all the time, the 5K time trials. If you know Steven from my channel, if you're an OG, we've run here and raced together so many times. It's just a good vibe parkrun. It's a fast course. Right, so you guys may be wondering what is the game plan for today's 5K. My recovery hasn't been great, and even after Boston Marathon, I had like a little bit of an upset stomach after the race, and because of that I feel like I didn't eat that much, and that must have hindered the recovery a little bit. But my legs felt good, it's just my energy's felt pretty flat recently. So yeah, haven't run as much this week, and yeah, I'm gonna have to run a lot today. I'm actually gonna hit Mosman trails later today as well, so yeah, maybe not like an all out effort, but I do want to hopefully crack 16 minutes, but I could end up having a pretty bad race and running like 16:20 as well. But I think realistically, I should be around 16:10 hopefully 15:59. That would be amazing. I haven't broken 16 in like 3 years, but I have broken 16 like maybe 8 times already in my life. Maybe 7. I'm here with Cam.
Yo.
Long time no see.
Yep.
Saw Lockie as well. I think Lockie's warming up somewhere else. Everyone comes to Rhodes, so it's always a nice way to catch up with a lot of people at the same time. I don't really know how much I'm going to warm up, but maybe 3 or 4 Ks. Do you reckon it's humid today? I can't tell.
A little bit. It feels a little bit.
Well, no one should start.
It's like rain. It was raining before.
Yeah, true. Let's go, great work!
Go Steven! Go Sota!
Wait, Anthony, we gotta hear it on camera. So, what did Nick just do?
Nick just ran 15:55, broke 16 for the first time. Another one in the club.
And what do you need to do tonight?
Now I need to run 15:54.
Yeah. Anytime under.
Alright, Cam, what do you reckon he'd run?
I think he can run 15:50.
He's in shape.
He's exactly in shape.
Yeah.
Because he ran 16:02 on a track before, right?
Yep, 16:02.
And he did it running in lane 3 and
Yeah.
stuff. So I think he can run 15:50.
Steven, everyone here, we need to hit up Rhodes Parkrun and all the time trial one day. Sometime this year. I'm not here next week. I can fly back.
How'd you go, Sota?
Pretty good. I mean, okay, like, I ran exactly what I predicted. I thought I'd do 16:10 and I ran 16:08, so.
That's
exactly
quick.
what I
Were you
thought.
first?
Yeah, sorry?
Were you first?
No, I came third.
Well done.
I'm no longer the champ of Rhodes. I'm kidding. I was never the champ. I think it's always Steven Chung, if you know that guy. Yeah, and then Nick, the red shirt guy, he ran sub 16 for the first time. So
Okay.
yeah, thank you so much.
That's okay, buddy.
I'll be shouting you out as well on my vlog.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much bang on, 2 seconds off with the prediction. So pretty happy considering all the factors, which I don't need to repeat, but. Yeah, it was a rough way to run as well because it was hot from the gun and I knew that 2K in, Nick and Steven looked way too smooth, so I was like, I'm going to give them like a 10-meter gap and run my own race. But that meant pretty much solo the rest of the way, so super painful way to run, but happy with the effort. So after that, I went to Josh Kwang's house to say hi to his dogs Ollie and Wilbur before I had a shower and then headed out for my second run of the day at Mosman Trails.
Shout out
Covert and Sota.
and Sota.
Yeah.
Sota. When it comes
Alright, let's go. That's enough messing around.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Sorry.
So what do you think of trail running?
I will hold my thoughts right now. Shout out to the trail runners.
Everyone flexing their zooms. Mine's not good.
Respect to all trail runners. I did enjoy it. I'll go out there again and try some more.
Nice.
You can only get better by doing more. So
Also, should people buy the soda merch?
why shouldn't they? Yeah. Like it's not even a question. What a silly question this guy. Yes, get it.
Alrighty, so we just finished off at Sydney Marathon Run Club. Pretty cool event. It's grown a lot as well. I feel like, yeah, maybe 2 years ago when I shot for it, I forgot when it was, a year ago, 2 years ago. It wasn't as big, but yeah, it's growing a lot, even in the range, so it's definitely something cool to see. Very risky, I gotta make my flight, so we're gonna head to the airport now and hopefully not miss the flight, because that would suck. And just like that, my Sydney trip has come to an end. I ran a 16:09 5K and I was pretty disappointed, but I know that there's a lot of races coming soon and I know that I can perform better with better recovery. I also had a packed schedule for when I fly back into Perth, so the day was far from done, but I'm gonna end the video off here anyway. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.